Hey y'all, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about my 20th week on Mounjaro. And let me just start off as usual with an apology about some sort of noise. You may hear my washer and dryer going. We just got home from vacation last night, and after a week-long trip to our RV, there's a lot of laundry, towels, and all that I just couldn't put off getting done. And you're probably gonna hear the trucks out in front of my house, the coal trucks. I was going to go out by the pool and talk with you guys while I was out there, but then I realized how much stopping and starting the video would have to happen. So we're going to do that inside today on my couch, just in raw form here because I'm going out to the pool after this video. So no point in makeup and hair, all that jazz. Okay, so like I said, we were on vacation for a week, and at the end of this video, you will see what I ate all week, how I always do. Everything that I ate, I'm going to say falls within the foods that I would normally eat at home. The only difference being, I think it was Monday and Tuesday, I did have a cheeseburger both days. I don't typically have a cheeseburger back to back like that, but I think I did the week before because we had a cookout and there was some left over for the same reason that I did it on vacation. It was there and I wanted it, didn't want to waste it, so I had it. Not so much that I didn't want to waste it. I mean, just stop with that bullshit. I wanted the cheeseburger, so I had the cheeseburger. But I only ate half on both days, on vacation and here when I done that. So really, I just had a total of one cheeseburger for the week. But you'll see in that clip that I did have a few little sweet things, but that's something that I occasionally do at home too. And the reason that I'm telling you that I'm talking about the food is because that scale jumped up this week, which we will get around to. That's my washer. If you caught my video last week, I gave you that update soon after we got to the camper and I was dealing with some dehydration. That was on Monday. The dehydration had been affecting me since the Thursday before that. I had been outside at my daughter's painting and the heat just got me. I mean, it zapped me and I just could not get enough fluids in to feel better. Not just because of Mounjaro. Keep in mind that I did have weight loss surgery in 2020 and I still have pretty decent restriction due to that. I mean, of course I can eat more being 4 years out from gastric sleeve without GLP-1. I was able to eat more, but the GLP-1 has kind of took it back to those early months right after BSG surgery. And I know I mentioned that in all my videos, but I try to make sure to mention some of the things that I know sounds like I'm on repeat in case this is somebody's first time catching one of my videos. They'll just kind of have that little bit of background, you know. So dehydration, it got me, and then here I was at our RV campground at the lake in 100 plus on some days degree weather. I didn't stay outside during the heat of the day as much as I typically would, due to me struggling with dehydration. I just knew that wasn't going to be a good idea. But I also did something else that probably wasn't my best idea. Wasn't the worst idea I've ever had, but it definitely was not the best. After I kind of felt, hydrated, thanks to some liquid IV that I ran out and got, and I drank several of those, and plus, my regular water. I did have some Diet Mountain Dew, but I definitely had more water in comparison to the Diet Pop or soda, whatever you call it, where you live. I had some alcohol, and I know that can be dehydrating. That's why I'm saying it wasn't my best idea, but again, wasn't my worst idea. If you know, you know. But I don't feel like the amount of alcohol that I had, got me back into a state of dehydration that I was, was concerning or whatever. And I say it like that because alcohol is dehydrating on some level. No matter how little of it you drink, it can have that effect because it increases urination. And so, I know everybody knows what dehydration is, but I'm just going to read some things off to you here that I found on the Google. So, like I said, everyone probably knows what dehydration is. It's just when you kind of expel or through sweat, urination. You can get dehydrated when you're sick, have a fever, diarrhea, which usually falls into the category of being sick. But it's when you lose more water than you are taking in. And that can happen through sweating, exercise, and all that jazz. Mild dehydration can cause problems with your blood pressure, your heart rate, and regulating your body temperature. Severe dehydration can cause weakness, confusion, lead to kidney damage, brain damage, and in some severe and extreme cases, death. So, my washer. I need to turn that little song off of that thing, and I keep forgetting. I'm pretty sure that can be done. But 60% of our body is made up of water, which again, most people know. And staying hydrated helps with your organs and your cell function and your body, just overall your body temperature regulation, your digestion, just to function better. And it can also help with your skin, keep your skin looking healthy. And hey, who don't love that? Like, I'm here for that. But some of the symptoms that you can have is muscle fatigue. I'm on my phone and I keep jerking it for whatever reason. Can reduce your alertness. Can cause dizziness, confusion, thirst, dry mouth. If you notice that you're not urinating as often as you normally would, I think that's usually one of the first signs, actually. Dry skin, headache, and besides just water and things that you can drink, there are fruits that you can eat to help rehydrate your body. And those are mostly fruits, things like apples, cantaloupe, watermelon, cherry tomatoes, and even celery and carrots can help you to rehydrate your body. I like the liquid IV. I know there's other drink mixes that you can get that has the electrolytes in it. I like the liquid IV because it's something that I can get local for starters, that I don't have to order. They make it in a couple, I think 3 sugar-free flavors. And it's, if I'm wrong about this, I will pop it on the screen and correct myself. But I think drinking 16 or 18 ounces of water with 1 packet of liquid IV in it is the equivalent of having 3 servings in that same amount, either 16 or 18. And I can tell you all that it helps fairly quick. I could tell a difference. I'm gonna say by that evening, I could tell that the headache had let up. The symptoms that I was having was I was getting winded, like couldn't catch my breath. Excuse me, which is another can be another symptom or sign of dehydration. My heart was racing. I thought I was actually having panic attack, which is, you know, similar. So I was having headache, fatigue. When I would just try to do something simple, like I think I was hanging up our clothes from our suitcase, and I got dizzy and winded, had to sit down. My legs were cramping, and I just, it kind of mimicked some of the things, like if my blood sugar would drop too quick, the dizziness did, and the headache. And those things hit me pretty quick. Now, I noticed on the way to Tennessee, some dry mouth, but again, I've been dealing with this stuff. We'll say the dry mouth. No, actually, I'm wrong. Thursday, while I was painting at my daughter's, I got dizzy and had to sit down. Got sick. Thought I was going to pass out. But I had started feeling a little better. And so I thought, well, I'm getting there slowly but surely, because again, I just can't chug water. But on the way to Tennessee on Monday, that morning, I noticed that the dry mouth was back. And so I was trying to just sip on water periodically as I could. Not because I didn't want to have to stop and make multiple stops to pee, how I normally would be concerned about, because dehydration was more of an issue than stopping would have been. I was just drinking it as fast as I could, and it just wasn't enough. I just could not get, I wasn't replenished as well as I thought I was, obviously, from my episode on Thursday is what I'm trying to say. But after I went out to Walgreens and got the liquid IV, within a few hours I was feeling noticeably better. So if you're GLP-1, weight loss surgery or not, and you're just out in the heat doing things, guys, get you some liquid IV or the Element, whatever you prefer. I know there's other brands that I don't really know much about the others, so I'm not going to speak on them, but I know the liquid IV and the Element has good reviews. People see good results with those versus just drinking a Gatorade or some kind of sports drink, you know. But just keep them on hand in the summertime, and they even make them for kids, so that's something to think about too if your kids love the outdoors, just because dehydration can be serious, especially if excuse me, especially if you don't like if you're not working to replenish those fluids. Like it can get more severe as the days go on if you're not replenishing that water to your body, and then just hit you hard, and by then, like, look, you're down for the count, and a good chance somebody's packing your ass in a vehicle to take you to the hospital for an IV. So just be careful out there in these hot temperatures. Enjoy your summer, but do it safely. Get them fluids in, and let's try not to have to go get hooked up on an IV and take time out of these beautiful summer days that we're having here, okay? So that's just my little extra throwing in something here this week when we talk about these numbers. And something else, if you're on a weight loss journey, to keep in mind when it comes to the scale and being hydrated. So you would think that if you don't have enough fluids in your body that it's going to cause the scale to go down, which it can, but also keep in mind what your body does. Our bodies are smart. Like now that's my dryer kick off. Our bodies fight tooth and nail to protect themselves. So something that your body will do when you are dehydrated, it will attempt to hold on to all the fluids that it can. Okay, that's done. And so then when you start replenishing those fluids, whether it be with something like Gatorade, plain water with a flavor packet in it, Element, Liquid IV, whatever it is, your body will grab that and hold on to it, like reserve it, as a defense mechanism against more dehydration. And so a lot of times what will happen is you will feel like you're having water retention. After I started rehydrating and I could tell that I was starting to feel better, I noticed my ankles look swollen. So if you're somebody that is on like a fluid pill, be really, really careful and make sure that you haven't been dehydrated and that's your body trying to preserve some fluids. If you notice that your ankles and hands and all that are swollen, just make sure that you actually need to take the fluid pill before you take it. Kind of just do an mental inventory check, and make sure you've had enough fluids to even be going to the bathroom how you should, for one. Are you having any other signs of being dehydrated? Because if your body is holding on to, and it is temporary, holding on to some fluids because you're not hydrated, and then you take that water pill, you could have yourself in a mess, y'all. I'm telling you that from experience, because I am on a low dose fluid pill, and because I was paying attention and realized fairly quickly that it was dehydration that I was dealing with, I did not take that fluid pill all week. I didn't even take it on vacation with me, put it in my little pill pack thing so that I wouldn't take it by accident. I just didn't even take it. But had I done that, I would have just been defeating the purpose of trying to rehydrate, if any of that makes any sense. I probably could have said all that with a lot less words, but if you've watched any of my videos, then you already know. It's just takes me a minute to get my point across sometimes, okay? So when I tell you these numbers, I gained weight this week, if you haven't gathered that already. But if you look at what I ate, which is why I went ahead and talked about that, versus what I normally eat, it wasn't really that much different, other than, half of a cheeseburger 2 days in a row, which I know that I didn't gain this amount or any amount actually of fat in a week's time. As I was going back and piecing the videos together, I realized I didn't eat enough. I wasn't in a surplus with calories, is what I should say, what I'm getting at. So I definitely think that the weight gain this week, which wasn't even a lot, was due to being dehydrated, rehydrating, my body trying to preserve that fluid, and it showed up on the scale. Now, what will happen probably in the next few days, because I went ahead and weighed myself this morning, which I weigh daily anyway, and the scale is up a little more, which didn't freak me out because it was really hot last week, and when it is hot outside and you're outside, even if it's not for a prolonged period of time, even if you're in and out, you can have some swelling. That is your body trying to preserve the fluids that you have, so that you don't fall out. Okay. So with that being said, let's talk about these numbers real quick. I'm trying to make my videos a little shorter, and I'm already going like 20 minutes. So let's jump into these numbers. My highest weight ever is 259.2. The day that I had my gastric sleeve surgery in 2020, June of 2020, I weighed in on the hospital scale that morning at 250. Hold on, y'all. I need to get a drink of my mouth is feeling dry. This is my liquid IV. I've tried all of the sugar-free flavors. And y'all gotta say the white peach is my favorite. But that morning on the hospital scale, I weighed in at 250 on the dot. When I started GLP-1, which I started with Saxenda, I weighed 199.9 that morning. When I started Mounjaro, I weighed 177. Last week I weighed in at 147.8. This week I weighed in at 148.6, which my weigh-in day was yesterday. Yes, Sunday, yesterday. When I got on the scale this morning, it was up to 150. So that's quite a jump. But I did have 2 liquid IVs yesterday instead of 1. Just because I had dry mouth and it was more noticeable, and I thought I'm not going to get myself back to where I let it, as far gone as I let it get last week when I was outside painting and not being smart and drinking enough water. I should have taken my water, one of my water bottles outside with me, but I didn't when I was painting. It was a mistake that I made, and that I will be careful not to make again. So with all those numbers, this means that since the day I had my weight loss surgery, I'm down 101.4 pounds. Since I started GLP-1, I'm down 51.3 pounds. Since I started Mounjaro, I'm down 28.4. And this week I'm up, as of yesterday's weigh-in, is what I'm going by. I'm up 8 ounces. So, I mean, is that right? 0.8, is that? I think so. Anyway, it's 0.8 pounds is how I'll say it. I know this, but I'm just having a moment, you know what I mean? If you have those, I have them more often than I care to admit, but and my total weight loss as of yesterday, now this is going by yesterday's weight. I don't calculate it to compensate for the ups and downs of the scale. As of yesterday, from yesterday's weight, I'm down 110.6 because I need to wrap this up now. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying hydrated, staying cool, but enjoying your summer in the safest way possible. Make sure you are giving your pets plenty of water if they're outside pets, and if you are walking your dog, you can get those little travel, what are they called? Like watering bowls that have like the little, it almost looks like one of the things you see in business offices. It's got the water tank on the top, and then you just put your little paper cup under it. They make those for dogs now, and they make them like travel size. But you don't have to do all that. Just get you a cup of water, in a solo cup. Just just have your little furry friends something on hand even when you take them for a walk. So that's my little tidbits for the day or for the week. And if you haven't seen the shorts and the other videos that I posted of our week at the RV, check those out if you don't mind, and I appreciate it if you haven't done so already. If you'll go ahead and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and stick around. We do all sorts of things here. We do travel, food, recipes, some cooking, shopping, hauls. I try out different products from time to time and give you my opinion on those, and just all sorts of things. So hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you guys in a week. Something else I wanted to show you guys real quick is this t-shirt that I picked up from my friend Stacey. She is here on YouTube. I got this from her Etsy shop, and she has an Instagram account too. I'll type those out in the description box for you below, so make sure you check that out. I picked this up in a medium. I do think that it's true to size. It's thin, perfect for these hot summer days that we're having. It's really soft. Did I say I feel like it's true to size? If I didn't, it is. The one I picked out, she has several different designs and other items besides t-shirts, so make sure you check her shop out. But I got the one that says, "In a world full of tea, be coffee, bold and strong." I thought that was just the cutest saying, and yeah, I'm loving this shirt. So you guys make sure to go check her stuff out.